but some days I just feel like sitting down and saying to myself, is there anybody or anything that I can believe in anymore? Jesus says to you and to me, no matter what we feel like, no matter what we've been going through lately, you can count on me. I'll be there, and the promises that I make to you, they'll be good all the way home. 1 Samuel chapter 22, verse 31 says, the promise of the Lord proves true. It is the gracious intervention of God that is effective in every case, in every situation, at every time. God is the one who lightens my darkness. Not me, not a friend of mine, not a book that I can read, no matter how hard I try or who I hang around with. God is the one who's going to come through for me every single time. And so the attention really never does focus on the believing person. It always focuses on the gracious and righteous God who makes promises in the moments of our baptism and who keeps those promises every single time. My brother-in-law, Rolf, is set to retire in just a few short months. I'm happy he asked me to show up at his party. I'm looking forward to it. Not because I like juice and crackers, but because I want to stand up and say, heck sakes, Rolfie, you did it. You heard God's promise, you believed in that promise, and you lived it. The two things that are important for ministry, no matter who's doing it, where or why, the two things that are always important in ministry. One is that you have a clear theological focus. Do you know what grace is? Do you know the difference between the law and the gospel? Rolfie does. He's been a good pastor. And then secondly, it's kind of like that show Emergency that I used to watch when I was a real little kid. The show opened the same way every single time. The two paramedics would be shown in the front seat of their truck. The lights would go on, the siren would start, and then that big huge door would roll up, and those guys would be there and drive that vehicle out to where they were being called. That too is something that has marked Rolfie's ministry. He has a clear theological focus. He knows what grace is all about. And by gosh, when people call him, I know because I've been there. I've been in his house when people have. He puts the stuff down, gets up and says, I'll be back. I have to take care of this. And that's what he did. That's what it means to know that God is a promise keeper. It doesn't matter how gifted you may or may not be. Doesn't matter even how enthusiastic you are. What matters is God whispers to you in your baptism and says, from this day forward, you're a part of my family. And honestly, I have a calling just for you. I'm going to send you out on a mission that only you can accomplish. Fact, really, what God says is, there are people that are in this world now and coming into it, where if they don't hear about me from you, they might not ever hear it. Think about that. That, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, is what Grace to Go really looks like.